In this lecture, we are moving on to the estimation types and the different methods adopted for estimating the cost of a building. So, mainly, what do you mean by estimate? Estimate is the calculation or computation of the quantities of materials required and the expenses likely to be incurred in the construction of a work. So, how much is the quantity of material required and how much is the cost of the construction. So, that a particular things is reported in a well systematic manner, that is known as estimate. Now, estimation is the scientific way of working out the approximate probable cost of an engineering project before the execution of the work. So before doing the work we have to know how much is the cost incurred. So for that we'll use estimates. Now these are the needs of estimate. It gives an idea of the cost of the work, it gives an idea of the time required, how much is the time required to complete the work. It invites the tenders and quotations. As we all know, if we are making a public building, then we have to invite quotations and tenders. So for that we need to know how much is the amount, how much is the cost to be incurred. So uh, for that this estimate will be useful. Then to control the expenditure, how much is the amount which can be used within this stipulated time, so that amount can be controlled by means of estimate. So these are the different needs. Now, the different factors affecting estimation and costing are the type of work or construction method, labor, weather conditions, ground conditions. So, for example, excavation may be dry, wet, hard, soft, etc. If we are excavating the soil from a hard surface, it will take more time and more labor. So that will increase the cost of construction. Source of availability of sufficient supply of materials. If rock is not there in a particular area, but we need to make a rock building, then we have to transport the rock from a different area to that place, so the transportation charges will be there. So all these are the factors which affects the estimation. Now there are different types of estimates. Annual repair estimate is there, special repair estimate is there, preliminary estimate is there, detailed estimate is there, revised and supplementary estimates. So we'll see each of them. First one is annual repair estimate. It is nothing but it is a calculation of quantity and the amount which is incurred for painting, whitewashing, oiling, and repairing windows, etc. We have already made a building, or for example, our home. We have made it, but the thing is, we need to maintain it properly. So after some years, we have to paint it. We have to repair the electrical repairs may be there, wood windows and carpentry works may be there. So all these comes under annual repair estimate. The total amount incurred for such repairs are calculated as annual repair estimate, and this should not exceed more than 1.5 to 2% of the capital cost. How much is the amount we have spent? So 1.5 to 2% of that is the maximum amount that we could use for a repair. That is the thing. Now the second type of estimate is special repair estimate. um, so these are the works which we cannot carried out of that annual repair funds. uh, Maybe in case of a building, opening of new doors, change of the floor, replastering, these are some works which we need extra cost, additional cost than that of the 1.5 to 2 percentage of that capital cost. So what we have to do is, this is requiring much amount, but this is a repair work, so we need to prepare a special repair estimate for that. The scarification of road surface is carried out by preparing a special repair estimate. Scarification means removal of, if the road is not good, then we have to clear the road. That it have to be rebuilt or it have to be repaired. Okay, maintenance have to be done. So that particular process is known as scarification. It comes under a special repair estimate. The cost incurred is higher, but we have to make it done. So that we will prepare a special repair estimate for that. Another one is preliminary estimate or approximate estimate. So this is the first estimate which we are preparing just for getting an approval for a proposal. For example, if you are making a building for a public building or a public whatever it is, a public building we are making, we need to get approved from an agency. Okay, if you are making some, in case if we are agriculture engineers in our department, if you are making a soil conservation structure, for example a kondur bund or some storehouses, whatever it is, we are making something, we need an approval from the government or authority to make that building in that particular place. Okay, for that we need a rough estimate, that is known as preliminary estimate or approximate estimate. The amount or the quantity may not be accurate in that particular estimate, it is just uh, we will take that quantity and cost from a similar works undertaken in the near past. There are mainly three methods for calculating this preliminary estimate or approximate estimate. First one is plinth area method, cubical contents method, and unit base method. These are all very simple methods for preparing an estimate. First one is plinth area method. Plinth area method, what we will do is we will calculate the cost of construction by multiplying plinth area and plinth area rate of plinth area. Okay, in cubical content method we will calculate the cost of construction by total cubical content into local cubic rate. In unit based method, what we are doing is we will calculate how much is the amount incurred per person. If you are taking a single person, how much is the amount incurred for that we will take. For example, in an hospital we will take the cost per bed. In case of hostel we will take a cost per student. In case of hotel we will take cost per guest. So these are the methods which we are used for calculating this approximate estimate. Now, since I have mentioned the term plinth area, we have to see what is plinth area and all. So, plinth area and carpet area are confusing terms. Carpet area means the inside area of a room or a floor is known as carpet area, while plinth area is the total area including uh, thickness of the pillars and inner walls. So, this is the plinth area and this is the carpet area. Now another type of estimate is the detailed estimate. So after getting approval for that approximate, we will provide the approximate estimate first and we'll get approval from an authority. So after that what we will do is we will prepare the detailed estimate for getting the technical sanction, the final what is that, permission, the final confirmation or permission from the authority is the technical sanction. For getting the technical sanction we have to provide the very accurate quantities, very accurate cost and the amount to be incurred in that particular project in a very accurate manner. So that estimate which is calculated accurately is known as detailed estimate. Now in the detailed estimate there are actually two main steps. One is taking out of quantities. So what we will do is if you are making a building means we will split the work as I said earlier. We'll split it into foundation work, we'll masonry work, rock work, timber work, door and windows, roofing, flooring, painting, etc. We'll divide it. Now we will take the quantities. For example, for masonry work, how much is the cubic volume of masonry required? For wooden work, how much is the area of wood required? For painting, how much is the area to be painted? So we will take out the quantities. That is the first step. The next thing is bill of quantities. The quantities for each item is taken and it is shown in a pattern. There is a specific table for that. Okay, that table is prepared and we will calculate the cost for each unit. How much is the cost incurred, that we will calculate, and then we will finally calculate the total cost. This is the steps in finding the detailed estimate. Now it is based on the site conditions, labor, hire charges, etc. So the factors influencing uh, the detail. Along with the detailed estimate we have to submit, for getting the technical sanction we have to submit the report of the work, the total report, why we are choosing, why we are doing that work, what is the necessity of doing that work, that all things have to be included in a report. So that is one thing we have to give along with this detailed estimate. Another thing is detailed specification and quantity of work. How much is the what are the specifications? For example, masonry work, timber work, wooden work, what are the specifications and how much is the quantity required? Then we have to give a drawing, a drawing showing all the dimensions. Then a site plan and a conveyance statements have to be given. Usually 5% also provided on the total estimated cost for possible contingencies due to unforeseen items or expenditure. For example, we all know that COVID-19 struck some years 19 to 20. So during that year, some cost, the building materials cost have increased. So that is an unforeseen item, unforeseen increase in the charge. So what we will do is, while preparing an estimate, we will always predict a 5% extra amount. We'll always include a 5% extra amount to match with this unforeseen items, and extra 2% establishment also will add. Now another type of estimate is the revised estimate. So it is prepared when the we got we have already prepared a detailed estimate and we have got sanction from the authority, but what has happened is, due to some uh, problems, our estimated cost exceeded, that actual cost needed exceeded than the estimated cost. Then what we will do, we have to, if that exceeding is more than 5%, it is more than 5%, the original cost exceeded more than 5% of the estimated cost, then what we will do is, we will revise the estimate. We will again prepare another estimate, that is known as revised estimate. So this revised estimate have to be submitted before the authority for getting the revised administrative sanction. And a comparative statement is also have to be provided along with this revised state estimate. The comparative statement gives a comparison of the prices in the old estimate and in the previous estimate, and the uh, revised estimate, how much is the variation in the money and all, we have to give a comparative statement. Then the final one is supplementary estimate. It is a fresh detailed estimate in addition to the original sanctioned estimate, describing the additional work. If any additional work is added to a particular already existing work, then we will provide a supplementary estimate. So these are the different types of estimates. Now what are the data required for preparation of an estimate? We need mainly three datas. One is drawing of the particular project we need. Second one, specification, which are the things to be added and how much is the quantity that we need. Finally, the rate of each of the quantities we need. So these are the data required for preparation of an estimate. Now drawing, we'll move on each of them. Drawing, plan, elevation and sectional drawings are needed. Plan of the building, elevation of the building. If we are constructing a soil water conservation structure, then we need plan, elevation, sectional drawings, etc. Now the second one is specifications. Specifications are of mainly two types. General specifications are there, detailed specifications are there. In general, how much is the quantity and all we need. Detailed specification includes different items. Which are the different items, how much is the labor charge, how much is the transportation charge, and all we have to include. Now finally we need the rate. The rates are as per, we are the wages, the transportation cost, construction cost, material cost, etc. are added under rates. Now a term is there, lump sum. Lump sum means contract a single price for a project, that is known as lump sum. If we are calculating it as per unit, some items have to be calculated as a single unit. For example, in case of masonry work, we are calculating it per meter cube. Okay. In some other cases, for example, some other cases, for providing some electrical charges and all, it is not per unit. In some cases it may not be for unit, it is a lump sum amount. Total cost we will add as a single unit, not as per unit. So that is known as lump sum, that is just a term. Now the rates are generally taken from the schedule of rates. Schedule of rates is a report, or it is not a report, it is actually a statement provided by authorized organizations about the rate of particular items for building construction. So we will see what is the schedule of rate. It is a document which is prepared after the analysis of the rates of these items. It is prepared by the Central Public Works Department, CPWD, and state government, etc. So we will take the rate of each item. For example, per meter cube of brick masonry cost this much. That rate is taken from this document. Okay. So these are the items required. Now we will move on to the procedure for estimating. So these are the procedures how to estimate